Okay, today we are opening up the Pathfinder panel shape modes and Pathfinders practice, which is in Blackboard. So you go to Blackboard, you go to practice, first quarter, Pathfinder shape modes. You're going to download, there's two types. If you are having trouble, download the second one. This has the shapes included. If you want to try this on your own, try the first one, Pathfinder panel assignment, and just download that PDF. The PDF will actually open it up with the directions. So here are the directions. The directions are actually, if I scroll up, I can see them. All right, so we're going to make 3 different shapes. I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to go to my shape tool. I'm going to go for an ellipse. Hold shift. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 sets of shapes, one on either side. All right, so I want to make sure that you have that going. So I have one shape, give it a fill of, I don't know, yellow it looks like. Create another shape, rectangle. Maybe we'll make that red. Make another shape, star. Maybe we'll make that green. All right. I don't care what order you do this, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to have all of these things kind of overlapping each other because we're going to show how we can, what we're going to make with them. I'm going to take all these shapes. I'm going to select around them and then click and drag to the right. Now I'm holding down Alt to make a copy. Click, drag, hold down Alt. Then I do the same thing for minus front. Click, drag, hold down Alt. All right, so I want 2 versions of them. So now I'm going to click, drag all of these. Click, drag down, hold down Alt. And I'm going to fill all the boxes with 2 sets of shape groupings. They're not grouped yet, but they are 3 sets of shapes, different colors, different types of shapes. So you can see the difference of what happens when I actually do the Pathfinder panel. Now, number 3, make a copy of all these shapes so it fits in the box. Fill all the boxes with 2 groups of shapes. All right, now go to Window, Pathfinder. Window, Pathfinder. It's right here. Shift Control F9. All right, that should bring up a panel. This panel I always use all the time, so I'm just going to dock it into my panels over here. All right, and you'll see in there you have Transform, Align, and Pathfinder. These are all helpful palettes is what I like to call them, but they're different types of things that you can do. So I'm going to select those first 3 shapes, or the ones that you have the initial shapes and then the result. And I'm going to go to Pathfinder. You can actually bring this out if you want to. Pathfinder, and then the first shape mode is Unite. Watch what happens when I unite them up here on the board. When they're united, they all unite. And what color did they turn? Green, right? What shape was on top? Green. All right, so now you're aware that they have green. You also notice that there's a shape in the middle here, right? So you have that interior shape. This is actually 2 shapes, all right? Just so you're aware. You can still see through it. Like if I drag this over here, I can actually see through it. All right, as you can see right here, that shape, there's nothing in the middle there. That's just nice. So that's what we're actually going to be doing when we're creating, say that you're creating the letter A. And we're creating an interior shape. I'm going to be using the next shape, which is minus front. I'm going to select these by drawing a selection marquee around them, and then I'm going to go to shape mode minus front. So I'm going to minus the front shape from those other shapes or the shape below. And you see what happens now? Those shapes are cut out of there. So I know that this shape, if I'm making an A, this is to help you with your spine design, is another color, another size, whatever it is. Select those 2 shapes and go to minus front in shape or in Pathfinder. And you can see now I've cut out that interior shape. It has nothing in the middle. All right, that's what we're trying to get to. That's why I'm showing you this now. All right, for intersect, select all the shapes. Go to intersect, shape mode, intersect. and you'll see what shape is the intersection of those, okay? Exclude, take all those shapes, go to exclude. All right, so all those shapes excluded, and this is what I wanted to do with exclude. They are now grouped together. If I right click and ungroup them, I can now pull these apart and you can see the different shapes that were created within there. And that's what you're going to do for the rest of the Pathfinder ones. With divide, go to Pathfinder, divide, and then I want you to ungroup and then move these apart, break them up. So now you can see how you can use shapes on top of other shapes. As long as they're overlapping, those paths are overlapping, you can use them to create other shapes. All right, I could make this shape by just using the pen tool. I could, but it's much easier if I just take another shape and use it to divide it up. All right, like a cookie cutter. Here, this is a Pathfinder trim. All right, so they're all trimmed. Looks like the stroke goes away. Let me ungroup and see what happens. Aha, it looks like just the colors, and depending on their layer or the order they are in the layer, they will overlap the other ones. So this is the furthest one below. It's getting cut out. This one's the top one. It's unaffected. All it did was lose its stroke. All right, let's go for merge. Let's see what happens with merge. Merge is this one. Looks like they're all kind of merged together. Almost has the same properties as trim. Let's ungroup and see what happens. All right, same kind of thing. Crop. All right, it just crops them out, and it also has, it looks like whatever's within that top shape is now cropped out. All right, and you still have that top shape. It's just kind of clear, it looks like. All right, that top shape is right here. All right, minus back, and then outline. Outline just turns them all into outlines with their respective colors. Ungroup them and move them apart. Does that make sense? Now, if you have chosen to do the other one, which is the download the assignment with the shapes included, that one just has all the shapes already done for you. You just have to kind of save it. I've created those shapes for you, and then from there you can actually do all the shape modes and Pathfinders. Okay? Questions? This is what you'll save with your last name. Go to File, Save As, with your last name, first initial, and you'll turn this in to the Turn-In folder. All right?